Summer is easily my favorite time to be in Vancouver, and in this vlog, I spent a few days visiting friends and family to enjoy the start of summer, kicking things off with a music festival, exploring local gems, and catching the last of the FIFA festivities in the city. So let's jump into a few fun days. It is currently summer in Vancouver. I know it doesn't look like it because it's overcast, so I got here a couple days ago. I wanted to pick up the vlog here and take you guys along because I'm gonna spend the day exploring one of my favorite little areas, which is Commercial Drive. Today is actually Canada Day. It is a little bit busy, but not as busy as some other places. I know there are some celebrations happening downtown and I kind of just wanted to avoid all of that. I figured it'd be a nice day to find a cafe, grab a little bite. I guess I'll just share, but I am actually here for a music festival because I have family here. It's easy to stay. So here's a few days in Vancouver. Commercial Drive is such a charming neighborhood with so many local shops, cafes, and some of my favorite restaurants. This stretch is also known as Vancouver's Little Italy, so there's a lot of history and character, and you'll see tons of family-owned shops and signs of Italian heritage. But I do need to mention a non-Italian favorite. If you're in the area, Lunch Lady is a top-tier Vietnamese restaurant, and it was recommended by Anthony Bourdain. Unfortunately, they were closed on Canada Day, but it is a must-try. While I was sitting there, they were playing Mac Miller basically the whole time, which felt very serendipitous because Mac Miller is actually my favorite artist. I don't think I've ever mentioned that in a vlog. I'm also getting a little bit hungry, so I think I'm gonna go find a bite to eat in a second. I wanted to quickly explain as well because I feel like I've done a few videos in Vancouver, so it might seem like I keep coming back here, and I kind of have been. I kind of have an itch to travel recently, but I don't have any plans to travel too far for the next little while. I do have some planning that I'm doing for some trips in the fall and winter, so you guys will see more of that in the coming months. But until then, I've been kind of scratching my itch to travel and coming to Vancouver. There's a lot of background noise right now because there's kids playing. This is such a cute neighborhood, honestly. Thankfully, coming here from Calgary is a quick flight, but because I'm traveling here often enough, I'm also trying to keep my packing simple and efficient. When it comes to my wardrobe, I'm very much a capsule wardrobe type of girl, and I'm packing things that I can mix and match, which is why I'm so thankful for the sponsor of today's video, and the t-shirt that I'm currently wearing is from Unbound Merino. If you haven't heard of Unbound Merino before, they design pieces to help you pack lighter, live simpler, and get more out of every moment. I'm currently wearing the crew neck black t-shirt. I love this t-shirt. It has quickly become a go-to t-shirt for me. I also have a couple other pieces. This is the v-neck t-shirt that I've worn before and shown you guys, and also this hoodie, which is such a perfect travel day hoodie, but also just for every day. Unbound Merino uses high quality merino wool, and if you're not familiar with merino wool, it is a very well-loved material, especially among travelers. What's great about merino wool is that it is moisture wicking, breathable, wrinkle resistant, and odor resistant, which is a key piece, especially if you're traveling so you don't have to wash your clothes a million times. Fun fact, as you guys just saw in the clip, I was leaving a coffee shop, and every time I leave a coffee shop, my clothes smell like coffee. I feel like most people can relate to that. This shirt had no smells of coffee, and that is very impressive. Even if you're not in a coffee shop, just considering the fact that it is summer, I do get sweaty, and it's really nice to have pieces that I can rely on. And also, I'm at a point in my life where I focus more on my capsule wardrobe and items that I feel I can actually get the most use out of. If you're also looking for ways to get more out of your wardrobe and build the ultimate travel capsule wardrobe for yourself, make sure to check out my link in the description. You can also scan the QR code on screen, and all new customers do get 10% off. With that said, thank you so much to Unbound Merino for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Really satisfying my introvert side because it's super quiet on the patio. This place does a little bit of everything, which is really nice. They have pizza, pho, a lot of handhelds and stuff. I honestly kind of want pho because it's overcast today. Like it's warm enough, but it's not too hot for soup and noodles, which is like my favorite thing. I wasn't planning on skipping to vlog yesterday, but it was just raining all day, so I didn't really do that much. I went to the gym, got in a good workout. Today is the day of the music festival, which we are going to go to, but I have had yesterday and today off, which is why I was kind of unfortunate that the weather wasn't great yesterday, because I would have loved to have gone to do a hike. Since I didn't have enough time to fit in a full hike on this trip, Bean and I went to Barnett Marine Park. It is a little further out from Vancouver, but I always love how quiet and peaceful it is, and it's just a nice, easy escape from the city with a little beach. Oh, that's cool. I guess people can do crabbing here as well. The story of our It was a nice little walk. We are heading back to the car now. I'm basically gonna go home. I'm gonna have a quick bite and then I'm gonna start getting ready for the music festival. So we'll chat about that in a second. I am getting myself ready. I'm gonna head off to the music festival in a second. I'm sorry if there's an echo in this bathroom, but it happens every time that I film in here. So the weather was meant to be nice, and then it was meant to not be nice, and then now it's nice again. So I'm very conflicted about what to wear. The festival is 2 days, so it's called Faded in the Park. It's typically EDM. I haven't been in years, but this has been around for a very long time. I am a fan of EDM if you've watched me for a while. I hadn't really thought through my day 1 outfit, but I knew what my day 2 outfit is going to be because the weather is meant to be much nicer tomorrow. So I will be wearing my favorite outfit tomorrow. It's also a better lineup in my opinion tomorrow. Today I'm excited as well, but I just didn't think about my outfit. Here's what I've decided. This is a top, but if I'm being honest, it's more like a bedazzled napkin. There's not much happening back there, but this is what the kids wear, okay? I would not be wearing this stuff if it's not for like something like this, but I think it's kind of fun to dress up for things like this, so just let me have my moment. I used to go all out. I feel like as I've gotten older, I went through a phase of just like wearing all black and like not trying to dress up at all, and then now I'm kind of like finding my middle ground between outfits that I think are cute but also comfy enough, because this is honestly pretty comfy despite this shirt not really having much of a back. There's a lot of trust happening with this button and this tie, but I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Another thing I just wanted to mention quickly while I'm finishing getting myself ready, I was reading my comments and one of them stood out, and a few of you guys had mentioned this. It was in my solo date vlog from the last time that I was in Vancouver. Someone had just said that it was nice to see more vulnerable moments and not just like picture perfect stuff. And I am glad that it resonated with many of you guys, because I was basically talking about some social anxiety that I felt, and I ended up capturing it in real time by accident because it was a real moment that I was experiencing. I can definitely see, like as I took a step back and reflected on it, that I don't really show those moments as much as they happen. I don't want it to ever seem like my life is picture perfect or that it's only highlights, but I also don't want to just like exploit things that are happening for the sake of trying to get views. You know what I mean? Like there's a balance in how much I want to share, and then there's also things that I'm very happy to share because I know that they are things that people can relate to, and hopefully it can help you guys. I'm actually really glad to hear that because it made me realize and reflect a bit about how I portray things, and hopefully you guys don't think that things are perfect because they're definitely not. There's a lot of things that I'm grateful for, and I realize a lot of things that I have in my life is privileged in a lot of ways, but there's also a lot of human moments, and I'm definitely gonna take that feedback and try to share more of those things in a way that I'm comfortable with, of course, and also in a way that's not just for the sake of it. But yeah, it made me think a little bit. Anyways, that was just a little moment of reflection that I wanted to share. Highlighter, I need highlighter. Okay, I think that's about it. I already did my hair, but I'm gonna leave it up for now. And we are off to the music festival. All right, day 2. The vibes were immaculate for day 2 of the festival. Actually, both days were great and I had so much fun. We got really lucky with the weather, and I'm really glad that I got to spend some time with friends and new friends.
I honestly forget how fucking mental you guys are. I love it.
But after a couple of back-to-back days of dancing for hours, I definitely needed to recover. I don't know about you guys, but aging has made my body feel so decrepit the next day. So a couple of friends and I went to Calm. It's a contrast therapy spa in Vancouver, and I raved about them before, but basically they have classes that have sauna and cold plunge. The next couple days were pretty chill. I did have to work from Vancouver, so it was mostly that, and also just enjoying the fact that it felt like summer for real and the weather held up, which was so nice. Also enjoyed some of my mom's garden. She has blueberries and strawberries. The strawberries weren't quite ready when I was there, but the blueberries were, and they were very delicious. It has been a couple days now. I had such a good time at the music festival. I just really love live music, and even if I'm traveling, I usually try to find some type of shows. Like in Thailand, there was the jazz club, which was like one of my favorite travel moments, but in other cities too, if I can find shows that I like. Obviously, it's a little bit different if I'm traveling alone because I need to be more guarded, but I was with friends and it was a really good time. I took the day after to really chill out, and it was such a nice decision to go to that Calm class, which I've talked about many times before. So I'm basically almost done with my time here. I'm gonna be heading back to Calgary, which is where I live, by the way. Today I do have plans. I'm going downtown, which I just realized I haven't done this whole video yet, and I haven't actually been downtown since I came back. There's a couple reasons. One is it's actually the World Cup right now, so Vancouver is one of the hosting cities, and there's some really cool things I've been seeing online, like different viewing or watch party areas. I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm not a big sports watcher fan. I talked about this a few videos back. I'll watch live sports, like going to the actual games is fun. I can't afford to go to the games. That would have been nice, but they were going crazy with the tickets, except for some like last minute ones, but I wasn't that pressed. So apart from the actual games, there are a lot of events in the city, which I think is pretty cool. So I wasn't really keen on being caught up in the crowds if possible, but I'm going to meet my friend for dinner, and we're going to be going to Cole Harbour, which is just by the waterfront area, and I think there is some festivities there, so I'm gonna walk past and see what it's about. So I'm just finishing getting myself ready. I'm just gonna put this on, and then we're gonna head to meet my friend. We're going to this place called Social Corner. I think there's a couple locations. I don't think I've been before, but we are going for happy hour, which is nice. We might end up walking elsewhere, not really sure yet, but it'll be a good day to just get out and enjoy the city. so nice down here. I feel like at this point in the past few times that I've been in Vancouver, the weather has just been so good that it makes me feel like I must have remembered incorrectly. I know that's definitely not true. It definitely does rain here quite a bit. I don't think I mentioned in this video because I usually say it all the time, but I am from Vancouver originally, grew up here. I haven't lived here in 7 years, but most of my life I've been here, so I've always just like remembered the rain. That's definitely not always. It's extra touristy right now because a lot of people are here for World Cup, which is very exciting. The last time I feel like something like this kind of happened in the city was the Olympics. I was in elementary school when the Olympics happened, and I still remember how much energy there was, and there were just different events happening. I filmed clips of people walking from the watch parties, which was really cool. Yeah, you usually wouldn't see as many people around out and about on a regular Tuesday. All right, I'm gonna walk over to the restaurant now. It's just down that way. If you've never been here, this is, like I said, a very touristy area, but it's definitely worth checking out. And there are a ton of like bars and restaurants, some patios a little further that way. My friend had recommended Social Corner, so I hadn't been before and neither had he, but we both ended up really liking it. I thought their happy hour menu was pretty fair, the portions were good, and also the space was really nice, so I would recommend it. And they do have a patio, which is perfect for the summer. We did end up wandering through downtown for a bit too because I really wanted to see at least a little glimpse of the FIFA action. Even though I don't follow soccer, I think it's just so great how sports can bring so many people together, and there was just such an energy throughout the city.
They're showing all their jerseys.
Is Warabi. Mine. What's your favorite? If you know, you know. Wow, this is so cute. Throughout Vancouver, there were also different fan zones. There was the official FIFA fan festival, but apart from that, just different pockets through the city. At Granville Strip, where we were walking, was pedestrian only, and they also had a bunch of patios open. So it was a really, really good vibe. But that wraps up a few days in Vancouver in the summer, which, as I said, I think is the best time to be in the city. If you haven't already liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. It really supports my channel. I'd love to know what you're looking forward to this summer in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.